And what we don't realize is that when we get the object that we want, we're not happy because we got that object. You're happy because there's no longer desire. There's no longer that pain of yearning. Welcome to this daily guided meditation practice. This is the Attentive Mind. My name is Nathan, and I'll be guiding you through this meditation practice today. Find yourself a seated position. Any position works. You can be sitting in a chair. You can even be lying down. You really just want to find a spot that's comfortable for you, where you can sit for the next 20 minutes or so without needing to fidget or move around. We also don't close our eyes during this meditation practice. We really want to blur this line that we create between a formal meditation practice and the rest of our life. We always separate our life into categories. This is my time for this, my time for this, my time for this. And meditation really is this non-stop transformation of our entire day, of our entire life. And because during our day, our eyes are open, we're going throughout our day, we're doing our things, and we're looking, we're seeing, we got our eyes open, we should practice with our eyes open, because then the insights of meditation, what we find here, are more available and ready for us. If we think that we need to close our eyes, it develops an attitude of a special time for meditation, when meditation really is a complete transformation of our whole day. But of course, if you learn to practice with your eyes closed, feel free to do so. There are no hindrances here. Only if your eyes are open, go ahead and just drop them away from the screen. We look at them way too much anyway. Just kind of lightly gaze on the floor below you. We're not staring or analyzing, but we're also not blurry or buzzy. We have a nice, light, clear gaze downwards. You have a nice, comfortable position. Your eyes are open and down. What do you want right now? Maybe you want to have a clear mind, happier life. Maybe you want success, relationships. Have you ever noticed a point of your life when you weren't wanting something? Where you didn't crave some outcome? For most people, this feeling of not wanting and not desiring and not craving really just lasts for a moment. Maybe when you're in the flow state of a sports game or playing a video game or watching your child dance. And these moments where wanting has ceased, as brief as they are, usually are our happiest moments. So as we begin today's practice, just take stock of wanting. Just notice this feeling of wanting to get somewhere. Maybe you clicked on this video because you wanted something from it. You wanted to be better. Just notice this. And we have to be careful here. Because even though we may see that our craving and our wanting gets in the way of our well-being, so we naturally think that we must get rid of wanting. But this is a mistake. Because this is just another desire. The desire to not desire. The want to stop wanting. What is wanting really? All wanting exists as a thought in your head, and that's all. And learning to let go of desire, to let go of craving, is simply a matter of letting go of thinking. We let go of thinking by allowing it to happen, but not getting involved. As the great Shunyo Suzuki once said, during meditation, we leave the front door and the back door of our minds open. Let thoughts come and go as they please. Just don't serve them any tea, because then they will want to stay. But how do we keep the front doors and the back doors of our minds open? How do we let go of thinking? And this is really a matter of attention. Notice where your attention is right now. If you're normal, your attention is situated somewhere in your head, above your chest, and your foot is very far away from you. It feels like you are a locus of consciousness, using the body to experience. See if you can just drop this point of view away from your head, down towards your lower belly. Below the belly button, notice this area. And you may notice that it's moving with the breath. As the breath comes in, the lower belly expands. And as the breath leaves, the lower belly contracts. Stay here with this movement. Watch it carefully. And I'm probably catching you thinking about something right now. Planning, remembering, desiring, and craving. That's okay. Notice how when you're thinking, you no longer are with the breath. So gently return back to it. Below the navel. Stay here and rest. And I'm probably catching you thinking again. No problem. Gently return to the breath. Come back. Come back to breathing. Are you thinking, worried, wanting, talking to yourself in your head? Instead of returning to the breath here, inquire, what exactly is this voice? Are these thoughts? What are they talking to? What perceives thinking? The mind will say, well, it's me. I am. But that's just thoughts. In the same way you found the breath in the lower belly, find what thoughts are talking to. Find the center you believe yourself to be. Look carefully. What are you? What happens when you look for the looker? Where does your mind go to find what hears thoughts? Do you find anything? Just rest here. In this not knowing, completely open, aware experience. Just sink right here. All right, you can look at the screen. It's a weird thing when we meditate. We learn a lot about how the mind works and how our own life is experienced through working with this mind. One of the things that I learned that was a big change for me was that desire completely makes me unhappy, wanting. That feeling also biologically is, I didn't learn that part from meditation. The biology side is that we experience desire as pain. You're thirsty, you're hungry, you want sex. There's a kind of this yearning pain, not physical, but just this lacking feeling. And so we seek the object of desire. And then we get it. And then we're happy. It happens. We're happy. Then we start wanting something else. And then we're unhappy again. Until my day goes the way I want it to. Until that girl asks me out. Until I finally get him to figure out what he wants to do with his life. Blah, 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 blah. Until I get into that school, I won't be happy. You just always are wanting. And the Buddha said this, that life is unsatisfactory. And this unsatisfactoriness comes from desire. And what we don't realize is that when we're happy, when we get the object that we want, we're not happy because we got that object. Say, you got into the school you've been applying to for 3 years. You may think that getting into that school is what's making you happy, but it's not. You're happy because there's no longer desire. There's no longer that pain of yearning, of craving. It's desire that has left, which allowed happiness to emerge. But when there's desire, not happy until that's gone. So meditation is about leaving desire alone. And wanting and craving and needing are thoughts. Yes, you need to eat. Yes, you need to drink. Yes, you have these basic needs to be met. But they're far more painful and unsatisfactory because we're thinking constantly about them. So to leave desire alone is to leave thinking alone. When we leave thinking alone and we look, what is it that sees thinking? What sees this? There's a dimension to your experience, not like dimensions, but there's an aspect to your experience that is already free from desire. And it's never changed your entire life. Find that. And then you're happy. Don't want it. Don't seek it. Notice that it's already here. And that's the practice. I'll end with some good words from Bob Marley again. His song is called Want More. Now you've gotten what you want. Do you want more? I'll see you tomorrow.